Peace. Yo, can y'all hear me?
Peace. Yes, we can hear you.
That's what's up. What's up, Keys?
Greetings.
Ha ha, Keys, what's the word?
How art thou? Huh?
Thou art as thou must be.
That's right.
Thou art chilling. Chilling like a villain.
I love that.
Girl. Angela, Miss Angela, how art thou?
Okay, taking a minute to get my phone. I'm great. How art thou?
Uh, life cool. Let's see. Yeah, everything is Gucci bandana. Earlier throughout the day, I was talking to different people about what they perceived in the group, goods, strengths, bads, up, miss, downs. Didn't get to talk to everybody at the time. Yeah, I think we could start this off because I didn't get Keys and for the record, even though I spoke to Keys, I believe we did speak without speaking to each other, and then Angela and Santi as far as participants. My sister, she don't really be actively participating like that right now at this stage. And there's maybe one or two more people in the group. But for this moment, y'all have the floor. Keys and Angela. Before we get into some parts of the meeting that we already had, but we're gonna still make it unique, because those tapes gonna be available. But before I get into some different type ish, the floor is yours. Questions, concerns, consideration. Before questions though, comments, considerations, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, the good, the bad, the ugly, the ups and the downs of the company as y'all see it. At this point, and then we can progress. The floor is yours. However y'all see fit to use the floor.
Well, I feel like I already addressed what my concerns were, how I felt, and I got, the feedback. We can only do so much, and I think we're all just aware of. I mean, everybody who wants to be here is here, clearly per se, right? And we're just kind of taking it a step and a moment at a time. So I really don't have anything else to say outside of, kind of what I already vocalized. And like I said, what you already responded and said, and even, some of the guys' input as well.
I appreciate you for being vocal though, because that's definitely a strength. So, what do you perceive the feedback was in totality, and what do you perceive the totality of the experience brought to life?
At the time, I was just a little feeling like we were kind of a little all over the place. Like you said, it takes all of us, of course, to come together to actually make this thing float. It's not just one person. And also, too, there are a lot of things that we can't control. And I just think that this past week, we had new things come up that you've been talking about and that we've been aware that was going to come, and it actually just came and it was like right there. And so it sounds like everybody does already know what they're supposed to do and is doing that, as far as the ones who are actually actively willing to participate and actually actively doing that. But I guess the only thing was the disconnect with communication. Like, for example, when you spoke on class, like anything for the university being on halt until, you got everything with the ISIN taken care of. I wasn't under that impression. Like, I know we just didn't communicate about that. So just hearing you say that, it just seems like the focus was kind of to do what, again, the ISIN and what that was really about. So.
Okay, I feel you. To clarify that though, those are separate issues. I would say when it comes to the university and the halt, it's really was for, and it is for active participation with the curriculum development, not the ISIN. Um, and what, after speaking to, well, I only got to speak to the keeper technically. We can speak about it, and Santi can speak about it. Yet, the hall is really for participation, what I'm saying, and to get other people's perspective. But what I realize is I should present one course at a time to y'all as with the blueprint that I was showing y'all initially, right? Yeah, y'all recommended it. Yeah, I tried to do something different in my teaching approach or in my task management approach. And yeah, I'm going to revert back to what y'all originally recommended, which is just showing y'all the current structure and having y'all build off of it. So I realistically think that's what it is. Me not accepting that as y'all was going at it a different way. That wasn't y'all learning curve. We just gonna get back on it. So yeah, so it wasn't related to the ISIN. That's cool. But we're gonna get on that moving forward in a different fashion. That's all. And yeah, we're gonna activate people who accept the roles. We first had to get the acceptance going on, so people accept the roles. Earlier conversation we talked about the different pillars of Love Nation. It's really kind of simple. I'm gonna brush over it now because the video from earlier is gonna be available. But Love Nation really, the goal is to say, okay, Love Nation is really a system to help families and tribes exist. It's not a system that caters to individuals. It really is to serve families and tribes. Yet initially, because I understand the individual's needs and I'm listening to the individual's needs, we attempted to curate, a group of foundational steps people can make to get their immediate needs. Cool, plus a few different processes, right? Got going on for people to cater to their needs. Yet the greatest, most efficient way the Love Nation is set up to help people in their needs is to make sure that the system is set up for them. So there's three pillars of the system, essentially. The temple, a state, and the force, right? So the temple of love, state of love, and the force of love. Okay, the temple of love is what it sounds like, a spiritual / religious branch. It oversees the departments of state, the departments of health, the departments of Love Nation, right? The state of love is what it sounds like. It is the governmental and operational branch, the state operational. Secretary of State under that, and it oversees the enterprises. So all trusts and companies and banks and things like that get formed under the Love Nation branch is overseen by the state of love, by the Secretary of State. There's the force of love. The force of love is the third branch of three pillars. The third pillar of the pillars. And the force of love oversees the registries. There's a group of registries that's listed in the Constitution. Things like the non-SWIFT, ISIL, non-SWIFT Unicode, our governmental documents, banking documents, constitutions, things of that nature, right? So that's literally the structure of Love Nation, what it really is. It's a system of governance. The services and courses are literally the introduction world, is how people get introduced to that pillar, those three pillars we just explained. So the services and courses, which I didn't talk about in the last video, those are important because they address man and mankind's immediate need for knowledge, understanding, and services to take care of their immediate needs in their households, their families, their commercial situations, legal situations. So that's why they're important. Yet nothing that has been stated is more important than anything that has been stated. So what we are building, for those of us that are ensuring Love Nation exists, we are building all of those things, right? So with that being understood, that's really the task at hand. Because I'm dealing with people, the best way that I can see looking after people and showing people that I'm concerned for their well-being, their dreams, is to say, okay, so your budget, and who has the authority and the right to submit their budget to the government of Love Nation? Those individuals who accept the responsibility to assist Love Nation, and that's everybody in this small group. So people have been getting out of the group and leaving the group by their own recognizance and being get kicked out of the group, not even kicked out, but deleted from the because of lack of participation or their clear choice to not participate. Either way, it's okay. This is one phase. People and or more people will be more than willing to engage in what the products and services in the system once fully developed without any kinks, right? But that's a whole different group of people. Those are the service, the clients or the users of the service. They're not the members of the nation, right? So I say that to separate that, right? The clients and users of services from the members of the nation. The members of the nation are concerned with the nation existing, and the nation exists so that families and tribes exist sustainably. So I only say that to say a lot of time I know that I am not concerned with the immediate problems that people bring to the table if those problems are about their personal life. And I only say that to say that the best way I know that people is to put them in the government budget. And that's what I'm attempting to do at this moment, this next week here coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we're gonna be going over governmental budget, governmental accounting, because that's what the first offering really technically is. It's our first round of governmental budgeting, right? It's our first governmental budget offering to take care of that, which is the core elements of Love Nation plus uh, the funds that each member will manage and utilize how they determine the best way to be utilized, right? And everybody have that opportunity to create a unique budget for themselves. That's how Love Nation is working, right? You help Love Nation be Love Nation, and Love Nation invest in you. That's the trade off. The group is going to be coming together to look at the offering documents this week, the offering itself, and everybody's going to have a chance to vote on everybody's budget, right? We're going to invest this like a team, like a governance, right? Everybody's budget is going to be presented. Everybody's going to have opportunity to defend their budget, and everybody who chooses to show up is going to have an opportunity to say yay or nay for everybody's budget. How do y'all feel about that?
I like that. It's like a board of council.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, wonderful. This does not. Oh yeah, you're waking. You was gonna say something.
Last part, I didn't know I didn't hear the question you asked.
Okay, yeah. I said, how does that sound, man? As presenting everybody's submitted budget to the group, letting everybody look at each person's submitted budget, approve or not approve, and what reasons everybody have the potential to defend their budget and the reasoning as to why their budget is what it is.
No, for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's sounds perfect.
All right, cool beans and mashed potatoes. So that's what this week is going to be consistent of, so that we all can see what the deal structure is. We can come to terms with what this first offering looks like. Every person who donated, yes, the goal is to get everybody unlimited ISIN numbers. Now, I do see Angela why it did take our main man's longer than what he said. Because there's some extra shit that's happening right now. And I see why it takes a little longer. But that's not anybody's thing to worry about. It's nothing to actually worry about. It's just this is a good time for people to focus on their budget. We're going to even get deeper in everybody's budget and help them flesh it out, right? Um, and support each other in that. Show what that looks like coming together. Show what our offering documents looks like, and because nobody right now, including the nation itself, is operating at capacity. But that's the goal. And what to operate at capacity means basically to have business with enough money to do what they supposed to be doing in order to be the greatest that they here to be. You feel me? So operating at capacity is when you operated with the budget to operate. So that's really what everybody needs, including me, including the nation, including the families, including everybody's family. So do I perceive that we have solutions for that? Yes. And now is the time to engage. I'm seeing people ready. Anybody got a question, concern, consideration about how we see this next week going real quick, which is overviewing of the paperwork. We're gonna have some meetings. My goal is to have other people lead some, but I'm willing to take the responsibility to keep it consistent. Record every meeting and drop every. The series of the meetings is to have everybody see what the offering is by the end of the week. Everybody should have their budget approved and or not approved by the group, and everybody should be able to flesh their budget out and or adjust it a little bit according to what the consensus is in the group. Other than that, the end of the week, we should be looking on into the next week. Communicating to brokers and IINs up as long as all of these paperwork filings that I'm submitting is smooth. How y'all feel about that? Oh, I did not bring up the my bad. The only other thing is as far as the university, the Keys design team. Right now we got Keys on the line. Angela, you're welcome to join the squad as well as you understand your situation. But ladies, I am willing and going to be more available to make sure that I'm doing that in a more organized manner. Um, yeah. And I got a nice little announcement more than likely for the squad that's a little different. It's been taking my time a lot. I'm going to expose why, because I'm now seeing that things that certain things that I'm doing is taken away from the group, but it's for the group. So I'm going to expose what that is here a little next week after we get through this week. I think that would be a good time to expose some other shit for some overstanding. How everybody feel about those things? Was that even clear and necessary, or does it sound like I'm babbling?
That's very clear.
Yeah,
And I feel good about it.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel good about it, and yeah.
Okay, cool. And there's some deep stuff that I'm learning um about the systems and the registries, y'all. Like what a nation really is, like even how to get the country registered in different places and all types of shit, y'all. It gets real deep. I do want to express a lot of this shit at the same time, y'all. Let us just know that this is not a Nintendo game that we're playing. This is real life. And a lot of times I do not say things because I don't even want people to get into situations where they could be considered somebody who knows nothing. You feel me?
Repeat the last part you don't want to do.
So sometimes shit be so deep, and I know, some shit is not for some shit. Like, okay, just imagine if what we're doing is real. Just imagine if what we're doing is real. Imagine if there is a group of 5 to 9 awakened people of the melanated species putting together and reviving the United Nations of Chippewa, Ottawa, and Potawatomi tribe. The United Nations that has treaties with the United States of America, revived it, an actual relative of the founder, reviving it, coming together to reestablish it for the same reason for the Mississippian tribes, but they serious. So imagine if that was real. Imagine if what we're doing was real, right? And
Mhm.
imagine if we do got the Constitution and the international notice, and imagine if we really do got this shit happening. So if that is imagined as real, then there's a certain power of force. And historically looking at life and how life rolls, there's some there's some natural considerations to take at hand. I don't take it lightly. I move like this is life and death. I do not want y'all to be thinking like that and having to move like that, but I do not take that. I don't take the seriousness away from this. And I hope that's why I don't mind it being a small group of people, because I hope people don't take this as a game, a Nintendo game, basically. Because you know, it's called risk taking. We're entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are the definition of entrepreneurs is risk taking. Now, if you're taking a risk on a governmental level to get a system together to help a group of the world's greatest beings be able to govern themselves and their families, and you look at the history of America and international COINTELPRO and the Vatican and the Doctrine of Discovery, you CIA, and you added all this shit up, you say those are citizens who either crazy, stupid, think they plan to are very serious about that life. But it's one of those four. You feel me?
Yeah, we feel you. I have my
For
phone on
sure.
mute.
Yeah,
I'm just
excuse me taking a minute.
Back.
yeah, I'm just saying that to say this ain't a play situation. And a lot of things I don't bring up because it's not a joke and it's not a game. Um, and also a lot of things that we're dealing with, they are really serious. Everything we're dealing with is serious. So I think this is a very good moment where people are clearly stating that they are also serious. They are serious about their life. They're actually looking to move forward. Everybody's here. And what we're going to do in our next steps is be better. I see. I'm going to be better, even though I'm loving who I am. Um, I'm perceiving everybody's going to be better, because they're loving who they are, and we're transitioning into something great. Specifically, after listening to everybody's input, I got okay. I can tell y'all without looking at my notes what most input was. So Key's input I got was meeting people where people are is necessary. A, B, um, being more organized is necessary. B, C, being consistent. D, saying something and doing that. That's all stuff that can help people have trust in the group. That's things that I'm considering now. Y'all waking I got from y'all waking, we need to act more like this is a nation and not a group. This ain't no willy-nilly group, social club shit. This is a nation, proper structure, organization, hierarchy, rules and regulations are to be followed out, because it really ain't a joke. Ishmael, green light go. Is that what I know? Green light go, RG. Green light go. Ishmael had a similar point, and what I mean by green light go is RG like, hey, it's all gas, no brakes. If anybody can't go with the gas, it ain't their time to be on the board right now. But it's green light, all gas, no brakes. Ishmael had a similar point as Keys as far as and this is me without looking at the notes. I got, y'all can clarify me if I missed anything, which I'm sure I have. But I heard it. I heard y'all. Now Ishmael's point is similar to Keys, and whereas meeting people where they are is good, right? Knowing what person's actual capability is of delivering is important. A and B, just Ishmael's always letting me know he ready to go, green to go, as well as like what RG says. Like, man, I'm ready, man, to get this ISINs and sell some shit. I'm ready to sell some shit, or if preparation is needed a little more. I'm ready to prepare more. I'm already preparing. I'm a preparer.
Fact.
So I hear everybody, man. I hear y'all. Also, just know, I guess I don't like speaking about things that I not even am going through, but things that's in my life. But I'm in a whole nother country, and this is an interesting time. My father's birthday was on the first, whatever. I did. I'm not in America, you know. My Earth Day's coming up here. This is like a monumental one of the years of my life. I have extreme goals for this certain point in my life. It's happening at this point. It's about 3 weeks away, and also the transition of this entity to the next level. My sister coming through, not knowing not everybody coming through how they got to come through, but for my sister to come through to finalize the final payment for the ISIN, kind of took me by surprise and had me thinking about a lot of things. You feel me? Just a whole bunch of things. So it's just a lot that's been going on these last couple of weeks. Plus, wanting to make sure that I know everybody wants to be educated, so I wanted to make sure that I'm considering everybody's questions and concerns and putting them into this university, these courses. So that's not an excuse of anything. It's just all of these things coming together right now is creating this beautiful moment. Um, and I'm more so just called for a nice little timeout, like beep. We just gonna we go hit it with a timeout, deep breath, everybody. Because I'm also dealing with the ISIN application. There's multiple organizations, right? Actually dealing with the fucking London Stock Exchange, Euronext, Euroclear, and ISIN all at the same time for the ISIN situation. So it's actually a number of agencies that I'm communicating with back and forth, sharing data, all at the same time of attempting to manage of being there with people, and I have to do all of this. This is not an excuse. Not me even giving a reason why nothing is happening, because things are happening. Yeah, I have to get better at making sure that everything's happening and it's clear that it's happening. Ah, if y'all feel me. So work on that, and that's what's gonna be happening this next week here. As I communicated, everybody else, y'all can tell I say this statement one more time. And people can start bringing up things because we had a series of great conversations today. Uh, multiple great conversations, probably about 5 collectively. So I'd like y'all to be speaking a little more. Yeah, this next week is going to be looking like us looking at everybody's that was submitted, everybody as a group going over everybody's budget, approving or not approving, asking people to clarify things or not clarify things. Everybody have a position and ability to defend their budget. Everybody is yay or nay on everybody's budget. Also going to be looking at the overall budget, what's necessary for Love Nation to operate at capacity, what's necessary for each one of y'all dreams and goals to operate at capacity. Why is Love Nation investing in y'all dreams and goals at capacity? The answer is because y'all are willing to invest in Love Nation with y'all energy and skills. That's the trade-off. So that's why it's only a few that's getting that trade-off. And that's what we're going to be talking about this next week. And with each individual person, we're going to be going deeper into their role. So with RG, we're going to be getting into distribution of funds, what the entities in Love Nation is to distribute funds, how different people will be engaging, like what applications they'll put in if they want X amount of funds, what department they'll go to fill out what application if they need a fucking grant, right? So we do have these departments, we do have various emails, and we do have systems that it's time to activate, and I'll be able to communicate stuff like that with you. To the ladies, we're going to be going over the queens. We're going to be going over the curriculum and making sure that's all tight and automation of documents. I know we've been saying that, but that's really like we're working on system, but we're working on it way more efficient starting now. Y'all waking. I know you've been getting into the discharging the debts. We're gonna compile your knowledge with the knowledge that we as a nation were presenting to persons, and we're gonna see how we can combine that to present a solution from the perspective of the nation, right? We're gonna start talking about that conversation. This is not a deadline of this week. This is a beginning of a new method of engaging and with a fresh new perspective, essentially, where each person could set up their schedule with me one-on-one, and then as they complete things, could be presenting things to the group in their leadership capacity, which means everybody's a leader in their capacity to lead, and everybody's following as the person leads in their leadership capacity. Essentially, it's going to be going over brokerage things like compiling a huge list of brokers, things like categorizing brokers based on the offers that they usually deal with, things like categorizing offerings based on the exemptions that they're utilizing. Things like if we have 1,000 offers, this is how we're going at it. Things like this is our first offering, these are the keys to it. So we'll be going over those types of things in preparation for broker ball out. That's what we're gonna call it. The broker ball out. We call it the broker bailout. We balling out with these brokers. And
I broke a ball out. I like that.
Balling. I'm doing a Jim Jones move right now in game.
facts, balling with these brokers. That's they gonna be our best friends. These brokers gonna be our best friends. I'm telling you. And RG, you know what it is. We just went over that. So that's everybody. Angela, you can include yourself and join in with the group at any given time of ladies. Hey
Okay.
y'all. It's all good. It's all love. Keep me accountable. We're gonna build this shit up and it's all good. Now, what y'all gotta speak of, what's on y'all minds and hearts and souls? Any questions off the hip? I'm here to answer them all if I can.
No, you touched on everything. You did a great job. We appreciate you.
Do you really
Thank-
think so? What's that, RG?
Oh no, I was just saying my part. So to be honest with you, I've heard we had even the talk earlier, I was already kind of, just we already kind of informed that, what we were gonna talk about, and I'm with it, same thing here. So I know what the expectation is. I'm just happy and gratitude to be a part of it. And I'm ready. You know what I mean? So
So
yeah.
let's do something that we haven't did then, because shit.
All right.
Let's set some times and dates then. Fuck, since you heard it all.
You funny. Okay, so honestly, my day has been blissful, bro.
Okay.
I went to sleep. So long story short, I fell asleep at 8 p.m. last night, fully clothed, shoes on and everything, because I've been up since, early, taking a bunch of business phone calls, just dealing with life on a beautiful way, right? So I woke back up at 2 a.m., then was up to 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., went back to sleep, woke up at 9 a.m., went to the beach, smoked, just handled a couple business, and really been just hanging out all day, even though the weather's been kind of back and forth bipolar in Florida and West Palm. But it's still been a beautiful, bliss day, and I'm here with you guys, just alchemizing energy and just building, and I'm blissful and thankful for it, brother.
Hey,
I like that. I like that.
Love that. Mm-hmm.
I feel it. I feel it. Hey, y'all. So we not doing the most, but we doing the most. I'm thinking Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. As far as some link up sessions, I know y'all waking brought in that we shouldn't skip a day. If we did that, it's every other day. Some weeks it's gonna be 3 days, some weeks it'll be 4 days. What y'all think about Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at this time?
Well, I am free and I'm cool with it.
I don't have no problem.
Works for
Works for
me.
me.
Yeah, it works for me too.
We're all in agreement.
Okay,
Let the
cool.
church
So
say amen.
Amen Ra,
I'll say.
Ashe. Okay, so that's cool. So Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, this time, which is 9 Eastern Standard Time. Now, in order to ensure efficiency, let's just say on these 3 days, everybody should be bringing in their own role, right? So everybody got a role, right? Or something they in charge. What does everybody get back? Why are y'all doing this? Well, first, maybe to say the internal reason to assist, to be right with the Most High, if that's how you perceive, or maybe just to be part of a good group, or maybe it's a good idea so you can get what you got to get in life, or maybe it's just a good time in life. Whatever your reason, I'm okay with it. Okay. Now the thing is this. I hope everybody is okay with that though. Everybody can say, okay, I'm okay with everybody has the option to present their budget. Everybody's gonna go over it, and that's people's reward for being a part of Love Nation. At least this core part, y'all. That's just the truth. So as long as we all cool with that, we all know what we all getting. We all know what we all in it for. I think that should build some type of bond. And I just naturally think that should take us to another level. What y'all think?
I definitely agree, brother.
With some extreme transparency. Shit. You feel me?
Oh yeah, you know, I just was trying to hurry up and tap in because I figured somebody else was gonna speak, but I'm in definite agreement, bro. I'm rocking with it.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, so Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, y'all.
Mhm. So, did you want it to be 8 o'clock? Because I know you were saying 9 o'clock your time originally.
This time cooler. Yeah, this time cool, A. And then another thing is, so that we have more bang for our buck, y'all. I challenge us, even if we do this, so we're recording this, for instance, we got to start using our social media way wisely. We have a 0 social media game plan right now, 0% social media game plan. So I'm open to us doing something about that. Whatever people say that is, because that's not my forte. Y'all feel me? Some things shouldn't be shared, but I think some things should be shared. What's up?
Oh, I was saying, like, honestly, I feel like that's something I can help in. That's one of my sectors too. Like, I got that. Yeah.
Cool. RJ, did I get a game plan from you? No, but y'all got a plan reset. Okay, cool.
I have it for you by 8 a.m. Eastern time. Say less.
Okay, cool. Yeah, everybody come cool. Everybody can come strong. Everybody can come strong, man. Everybody put their stand. The thing we're gonna talk about the execution of this later as a group. Okay, we have to do such a thing. So we will. We'll talk about the execution of the offerings and things of that nature on these next days. But yeah, so we'll record them like this is recorded, and then we'll think about how we want to drop, whether we're utilizing our tools or whatever. We'll think about that later. But the goal is to get done to introduce ourselves anew and to create our budgets so everybody's operating at capacity as an example that this shit is really possible. Really that simple. I don't think there's anything else on my mind at the times. I appreciate everybody's input. Even though we got the times for meetings, now it's time for everybody to lock in. Look, with me, it's best to not have a time, y'all. If y'all want to know how best to deal with me, don't be thinking about times. If you got something on your mind, text me. That's the best way. Text me, call me, text me or call me, email me, text me, call me. You're gonna see we're gonna start to go back and forth without times. You feel me? And that's for everybody. That's the best way to deal with me. Just hit me up, text me. Wow. You feel me? Or actually the whole number is about to switch too. So message me. Do y'all feel me? Email me or message me.
So
You can WhatsApp me. So if y'all got my WhatsApp,
Most definitely.
if you got my WhatsApp, that's an immediate way to contact me. And what I'm saying is, if you're at work, if you're doing anything, this is the best way for us to move forward. Y'all just don't have time. Don't plan meetings with me. Just reach out. It's the best way so that we can be as productive as you can be. You feel me?
Okay, cool.
That's
We
Temple.
hear you loud and clear.
Now I'm hoping everybody got their questions out and concerns. Angela, you don't be having, you just don't be, you be okay. What's up, Angela?
I listen. So don't, just because I'm not responding, don't think I'm not taking it in. I have a question. I'm gonna let you know. Something on my mind. I'm gonna say it.
Okay, please do.
But
Please do.
you got my other half right there. So that's why you I'm good.
Yeah, she keeping me locked and
Oh,
loaded. She
oh yeah, you know, so that's what I brought to you. So, I mean, even though you're not conversating with me, I have conversations with her as far as what's, what's going on. So what she brings to you, we've been talked about it. So, you know, I'm cool with it too.
appreciate y'all too. For sure. I ain't gonna lie, it's interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm gonna take me a nice nap, get prepared for tomorrow. There's definitely things going on in this for the benefit of Love Nation. Definitely is. Ah, I'll be
All righty.
So
yeah, I'll be exposing that a little later. Pretty interesting. Yeah. So yeah, everybody, I appreciate y'all for y'all picks up. I help y'all throughout the week. Y'all give me any given moment. It's the best time. Any given moment via text. I'm gonna get back with you. WhatsApp, Instagram. I'm about to get a new number next week. You got my Brazil number, that's lit. But that's what it is.
all right, but
Cool.
I
All right,
appreciate you all.
peace.
It's all
all right,
love.
peace,
Get it,
everybody.
family.
Love.
All right.
Peace and gratitude.
Peace.
All right.
Unity.
Be love. One.